Hey, I was just getting ready to go to bed, and I only have about a few hours of sleep, but as soon as I kind of laid down and started dozing off, I feel the Lord started revealing this message to me based on some things that happened today and were said today, and was just kind of dealing with me in that area, and I couldn't get it off my mind. And you know that most of the time when something keeps repeating and repeating, it's definitely the Lord. So I think He wanted me to um, speak on this. So what I want to say is, don't be in agreement with your depression. Don't be in agreement with your depression. Whenever you say things like, "Oh, I'm depressed," or "I have chronic depression," or "I have social anxiety," or "Oh, like I'm just bipolar," whenever you say that, whenever you say, "I'm depressed," you're agreeing with your depression. You're actually agreeing with it. Um, what you should do is talk back to your depression. This sounds crazy, but bear with me. You're not welcome here. Depression, you're not welcome here in my life. You have no authority to be here. Um, yeah, depression, you're not welcome here. In the name of Jesus, in the mighty name of Jesus, depression, you are not welcome in my life. Um, the reason for this is we have been given authority over the powers of darkness in this world through Jesus. Now, I'm just going to say this right now is that the only way this is going to work for you or anybody is if your life is submitted to Christ. Um, Actually, I have heard some testimonies of people just believing on scriptures and casting things out in the name of Jesus because they believe the scriptures, and I definitely don't put God in a box for those situations at all, and people get delivered without submitting their life to Christ. And that's what actually causes them to submit their life to Christ. But that's one of those things is like He gives us that authority when we are submitted to Him. If you're struggling with things in life and it's just hitting you over and over and over, and you just feel like you're tumbling down, you're getting tossed by the waves, you're getting hit left and right, um, it's when you're submitted to Christ, He makes all your paths straight. Um, and you have authority over the dark things of this world. And the reason I'm saying to talk to your depression, as it were, is because so I think this all really feeds into the same system, because I'm going to speak on this for just a moment. So what will happen for tons and tons of people, millions of people, is that they'll go to the doctor for stuff like depression, anxiety, this stress and panic that's just chronic in their lives. And so the doctors will diagnose them and say, "Oh, you're bipolar, you're this, you're that." See, now they've created a label, and they've put this label on you, and now you're believing it. Now you're saying, "I am this. I am bipolar. I am this." No, don't agree with it. Don't agree with it. The more you agree with things like that, it's no, you're allowing it. You're actually allowing it into your life. That's why I think some of these cliches that we use in this world are just not for good purposes. I think that they have bad intent behind them, because they say, like, some things like the first step in solving a problem is admitting that you have a problem and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, you could say, like, um, I have a problem with alcoholism and stuff like that, and I need to get it changed and everything. But if you're just saying, like, I'm an alcoholic, I'm an alcoholic, I'm an alcoholic, you're agreeing with that. You're allowing it to stay. Yes, like, deliverance is key, absolutely, but um, we don't want to stay in agreement with these things. We want to say, "No, you are not welcome here." And the reason I'm saying to talk to your depression or your addiction, as it were, this can very much apply to addiction, is these are demons. They're very much evil spirits, and they're tormenting you. So many people are tormented by evil spirits that don't realize that they're even tormented. They have no idea. Um, they just know that they feel like crud. They just know that they're, going day to day just feeling like crud, and actually it starts becoming the norm for their life, and they just wake up every morning. They feel like they have to drag themselves out of bed. They feel just beaten down, knocked by the waves, sore, tired, exhausted with this life. And they've accepted that as the norm because they're like, oh, well, I have this, or I am this, I am bipolar, I'm this. No, okay. Christ has defeated those things. Do you know that? He has already defeated sin and death. Um, and things like depression and anxiety, we're not meant to have those. And those things are death. They are spiritual death, absolutely spiritual death. And people get so used to living in depression and anxiety and all these other problems. They get so used to that they don't remember what spiritual life feels like, or maybe they haven't experienced yet. I'm not sure. So, um, Christ has already won the victory over that. He has defeated sin and death. He has defeated depression. He has defeated anxiety. There is life in him. Um, that is really where the key is. So, um, people are being tormented by these evil like energies, spirit, like, okay, I say demons, but a lot of people don't realize what that is. They think like, oh, demon is in like a horror movie, it's like this ugly creature that's a fictional character. Okay, no, like, think about a time where you've just felt like heavy and muggy and like muck, like a bunch of just sludge is in your heart, and you just feel like you're dragging and dragging. You feel like you're in a funk where you just can't get out of it, and you don't want to get out of the bed, and you're just like, stuff like that. That's a demon. That's an evil spirit. That's a stronghold of the enemy that's over you. And those things can be broken. Okay. Um, Jesus died so that we can be freed from these things. He says, the enemy comes only to kill, steal, and destroy, but I came so that they may have life and have it abundantly. Okay? He came to earth. He died. He was the perfect sacrifice in order that we may live a full and rich life. Guys, I cannot believe, like, yes, okay, it's not all, rainbows and sunshine all the time. This life is meant to be hard so that we can be an overcomer. That's why we have challenges in this world, is that to overcome the world, that we can be called an overcomer when this is over. But we are not meant to live crushed. And there is power in the name of Jesus to overcome these things, okay? And I know some of you already know exactly what I'm talking about, some of you may not. But if you're feeling like you're just this way, that way, crash, 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 like getting hit left and right, like the demons are literally messing with your life. They're tormenting you. And if you feel tormented, have no doubt that it is spiritual. It is. And there is power and authority in the name of Jesus over that. And it is yours to claim if you so want it. And I just want to encourage everybody to really, if anything about this is identifying with you in some way, if you're feeling anything from this, commit your lives to Christ, because some people have a problem with that, with the thought of that. They're like, oh, well, I am my own person and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, I understand, and that's fine, but this world is meant to wear you out. It's just, that's the way that it's structured. It wears you out. You've got all these, like, the people, the way that it's structured, they're just, working people to death, and the way that it's just, it wears us out, and really, honestly and truly, we can't do anything without God. Um, He's the supplier of everything, and if we really break it down, honestly, it's the breath in our lungs. Without God, we wouldn't even have breath in our lungs. So, if you really are having some strongholds and you're really wanting to get free, you really honestly want to get free of the madness of this world, and you want to be free from getting hit left and right. And I'm talking about even from illnesses. If you want to be free from illnesses or anything that is torturing, that's bothersome in your life, I want to encourage you to submit your life to Christ, because in that, He takes care of us fully and completely. Um, so yeah, I really just wanted to make this video to talk to you about that, guys. The main point that I was trying to make is that so many people are agreeing with their depression, and you know what happens when you're in agreement with demons? I just saw 11:11. That was weird. You know what happens when you're in agreement with demons is that you are allowing them to camp out. You're allowing them to camp out and live with you, because you're saying, "Oh, well, I'm just depressed," or "Oh, I'm just in a funk," or "Oh, I'm just bipolar." You're saying, "Yes, you're here," and you're allowing them to be there. I don't want to get repetitive. I apologize, but um talk back to them, use authority, tell them they're not welcome, anoint your house, you know, say out in the name of Jesus. And this really starts turning things around. But yeah, that was just the main point I was trying to get at. So anyway, I hope all of you are having such a blessed day, and I'll see you next time.